Hello and welcome to MMS round 12 of season 3. Today I'm here by myself because, well, I'm here by myself. I think that's the technical difficulties with our fact and with Discord aren't benefiting any of us. But anyway, it's more on the beautiful Sepang International Circuit. A very good track known for amazing MotoGP and Formula 1 races all around, mainly the 2013 rivalry between Vettel and Weber with the famous map Multi-21. Yeah, that's it. All I have to tell you. Now on to the grid itself. On pole position we have Joseph Murray, the championship leader and the main man to, win the championship at this stage, unless James Smith catches up to him. P2 is Marcus Sittigrim, saving his pride at Red Bull. P3 is the ex aequo championship leader of James Smith. Murray and Smith ex aequo points. This is going to be an interesting race, basically, for the lead of the championship, unless both of these guys retire, giving us even more action. Down the rest of the grid we have Caragol, De Jong, Too Good, Kabusek, Johnson, Aaron Zage, McHugh, De Sturman, Blanc, Valiak, Holstead, Agnes, Mondragon, Material, Jankowski, Eugene, Kautkin, Skin, and Tommaso. Only 23 cars today on the grid because Francisco Pereira got race banned, and, well, no replacement has been put into him for him, so that's it. Now let's get to the lights. If I'm losing my ability to speak, that's just because Here we go. 4 red lights. Lights out and away we go, and it seemed like a quick stop for Murray, but a better one from Marcus Sittigrim, who immediately jumps into the lead. Side by side as a 3-wide action background. That's Sean Holster there trying to make some moves. He's now spread the pack as the frames drop, and I think that's one of the Mercedes. Yes, it's Michael Carrigan trying to challenge lead. Trying to challenge Litterman for the lead as one of the Renaults goes. Well, oh dear, it's Smith. Smith's round. Oh dear. Smith is around. One of the Zaubers, I believe that was Aaron's, who lost his wing. It's all going wrong. Oh dear. Yeah, Smith immediately drops down. What happened there? Let's see. 3 wide here, Murray. Oh, he just goes over and spins himself again. That is indeed Aaron's, who lost his front wing. It's just a mistake from Smith, really. There's not much more to it. Makes a silly mistake. He's now side by side with Jack Agnes, the most promising HRT driver, if you ask me. As now Aaron's has made such a train. Jeez. This is Andrew Mondragon for one last race. Has been demoted back to McLaren. I know that's Shane McHugh without a wing. Let me guess. Aaron's. Of course. Just rams straight into him and into the first mishap, and we all go, and oh no, that's De Jong. De Jong has been doing many roles. He's still in the race though. Oh dear, that's a massive spin for De Jong. This hairpin will be the main action zone of the race, and that's quite possibly a penalty for, I think that was Too Good, wasn't it, who sent the murderer's life? No, that's Johnson who just did him out of the way. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's not the best race start for anyone, pretty much. The only one who pretty benefited from the race start is Littergrim and Caragol, and Johnson, but obviously he took a driver out, so he's prone to being penalised as Kabusek tries to send a little bit under Sturm the Omen, forcing the participating today. Blanc has already climbed up into P9. Holstead. Oh dear, wait, there's one of the. There's Valiak who went very wide into the final corner on board with Portugal team Sauber. Happens here, so Stewart is pitted. Oh, and his teammate just forces him, so that's silly, guys. Tamer De Jong, meanwhile, trying to make any positions up in this race, and I mean, he's getting to work quite fast, but Dinesh Kautokean having the overlap, not having the overspeed though. Still there though, and it seems like Kautokean, no, he's going to lose it now. The outside isn't the best around here. De Jong has a very damaged engine cover though, so this is a thing that will definitely slow him down, unlike Smith, who might only have slight bodywork damage, as he already made himself up into P12. That man is pure speed. Speaking of which, Littergrim has lost 2 positions in... Oh, what happened here? Oh my god, that's gorgeous. Littleton tries to push Murray wide, and Carrigal just uses him, and Littleton tries to sweep over Carrigal, just losing so much pace. That's a beautiful move from Carrigal and Murray. Murray at the moment, your odds on championship contender pretty much, the championship leader, sorry. As Descabusa going wide, oh dear. As I said, this hairpin will be the action zone. Smith already catching up on the material. Mondragon on P13. Both of the Williams cars making from 90th and 20th up into 15th and 14th. Kamala Skinner, Caltican dropping the last, and McHugh and Aarons who had to pit due to damage. No rain predicted forecasted for this race. Forecasters that even one, I don't know myself. Speaking of which, there's Zettergrim on to Carrigal, wasting no time, and Evelyn Toogood also uses that move, follows Zettergrim through, but mind you, Carrigal has the inside line coming into turn 1. It isn't the best one, but it's not the worst one you can take here, but not enough pace from Carrigal. Let's go on board, this is a 4-way battle for the lead. It is crucial as well for both of the championships, especially for McLaren and Mercedes. And for Red Bull, the championship has really closed up everywhere, in the Drivers' Championship and in the Constructors' Championship. I said, long is it pretty put away, as there's Smith, who makes his move on material and immediately is going to go for a little Sage. Long sweepers. This track is regarded as one of the best AK tracks being made by Herman himself. I mean, I'm not arguing with that, it's a good circuit. Not on the next season's calendar. There was Smith now into the points. There's Halstead making an easy move on Johnson, not overwalking himself, as there is material going wide. That's life. Meanwhile, the leaders close, very close, as if it's a bit of a twitch from Toogood. Toogood on the outside uses that twitch to hit her advantage, and she's up into P3. P2, sorry, as up into P3 goes Carrigal and mix them up. Carrigal using the inside line, but Littleton on the outside. He actually uses the overspeed to go from the exit, and he's ahead of the Portuguese driver, actually. I don't know, I'm not from England. Anyways, there's that Evelyn Toogood making her move. Nice and easy into the lead after being slagged by me in the Canada race commentary. I am only partially apologizing because I think I overcrit. I think I've said it too many times, but I still think my criticism was valid. Nonetheless, I criticized her, now she's in the lead, so I guess I can eat my own words. As Smith is now into P9, about to be in P8, as Cabusa gets overtaken by his teammate Sean Halstead. Smith not wasting any time making these moves, but this might not benefit the Luxembourgish driver, as, mind you, he might use too much fuel in here, and besides he has some bodywork damage for sure that the team might want to fix. So at the moment, Smith is just trying to do anything in this race, really. As at the back of the grid, we have the bark markers doing the best, and the Young has lost his wing. Oh dear. What? Oh, he just goes into the back of the material. Oh, De Jong. And he's not fitting the sap, is he? Oh dear, the back markers are really going for it. Look at the Aston Martins ahead of the Lotus cars. They have closed the gap in the R&D department. That's a good thing for the British outfit. Obviously, Lotus turning into Super Aguri next season after being bought out by McLaren. Interesting choice, as De Jong not fitting this lap, or at least I don't think he's fitting. We will see here, as there is a wild move from Michael Volyak. No, De Jong is not fitting this lap, as I am nearly going 3 wide there. Volyak, Jankowski and Material. Jankowski trying to gain even more positions, as Eugen has dropped down the back. You can see that Shane McHugh has already caught up to this back marker pretty much. Field of cars, as Halstead and Blanc and the Sturm fighting for points, as I'm having a little bit of a stroke. Littleton has passed Toogood and Carrigal is now right on the back of Evelyn. Toogood dropped from the lead, and Murray has taken it. Meanwhile, the fastest lap of the race currently is by Sean Halstead, which is interesting to say the least. I don't think I have autoed it myself. No, I don't. This is gonna get interesting. This is gonna be very interesting. Cargill still following the trail of Evelyn Toogood, as the Thurman has pulled away from Blanc and all that. Oh, there's a bit of a notch from Smith. Smith immediately makes the move. And Halstead and Johnson now side by side. Johnson is just trying to probably gain positions and build a gap. As I think it's quite clear he's going to get a penalty for punting the car off. As there's a move from Halstead onto Blanc. And the HRT driver down to P4. He had a very good race in Canada until he just crashed out a bit too much into the wall. And that was pretty much race over for him, as there is the Young pulling to the inside. He's going to block Jankowski. Oh no, he's going to block Tommaso. And Tommaso's lost his wing. De Jong, what are you doing? Silly sod. Jesus Christ, he just turns right into Tommaso. Yeah, he just takes out Tommaso. That's going to be some penalty points for sure for the Dutch driver. As now Carragher has overtaken Evelyn Dugan and is right on the back of Marcus Zettergren. The Portuguese driver tried to get back into the championship fight, but tried to even exist in the championship fight itself. He's so far doing it, it's not going back for him. As I'm looking at the graphics, there's actually just Blanc battling for the position as Blanc is dropping places left, right and centre. What happened to Jean-Luc Blanc? Yeah, he's just dropping down left, right and centre, not even like a punt or anything, just losing pace. It doesn't seem like a mechanical failure, although it's an HRT, and that itself could be classified as a mechanical failure. Even the Sturman now being hunted down by James Smith. Oh look, the gap is just going down rapidly. And all the top guys, Slither and Carragher and Toogood battling for P2, as Murray is pulling away slightly, but still pulling away. As now Toogood tries to find some room, tries to go on the outside, and she gets it. The inside line through the final corner isn't beneficial, but remember, Red Bull have their amazing exit traction, and they're using that to their advantage, but Toogood ultimately sends it. But again, Littlegrim with their traction side by side, wheel to wheel racing, and it's going to be a move from Littlegrim. Not quite. Toogood has the inside line, there's a more preferable line through this sweeper, and she gets it done. But I don't think that's for long. Littlegrim already trying to make a move. Smith is already on the back of the Sturman. As the back markers, yeah, there's Tommaso coming in. That's just sad. That's just sad. Why would you do that, Leon? Why would you do that? My open-minded, non-stop critique will continue. As now coming into the hairpin, Toogood going defensive, not quite making a move yet. Smith also not making a move into here. I mean, we have seen a lot of drivers go wide when they try to make a move into the hairpin, so I suppose they're just trying not to risk it. As Littlegrim right on the back of Toogood, trying to climb back into the podium spots, as Carragher is in the slipstream of Murray. It's nearly less than 10th of a second. There it is. Carragher pulls to the inside. This is not the preferable line. He goes to the outside and gets the move done. That's Marco Carragher into the race lead. Littlegrim passes Toogood and Smith, and Halstead both passes to the Sturman. So I guess the lack of Marty in the force in it has kicked in, but still, good drive from the Sturman nonetheless. As Murray is not giving up. Oh no, he's kind of giving up. He lost so much time to the from the exit into turn 2. To Carragher. Smith is gaining. You're not really gaining rapidly onto Toogood. Toogood has a slipstream of Littlegrim, and she's using it to her advantage, but it might not last long. As Smith is definitely composed here, and he's definitely going to go for some moves here, because he's gaining. He's just not going to gain on the straights, and he has Halstead to worry about as well in the background. Meanwhile, Zage and Johnson battling for the last points paying position. Where on earth is Agnes? Oh, I believe the HRT reliability kicked in. Material stuck in an HRT sandwich. And then we have the back markers. There we go. Shane McHugh already overtook Tegan Skinner and is about to overtake Dinesh Karthikeyan, the man who was very close to scoring points in Australia and Canada, but again, Aston Martin took his car, so he wasn't really able. Back to the top, Everton too good, very close to the Telegram. This is definitely a move. It's not. I am surprised. She is quite composed at the moment. Lost a lot of time, 3/10 to James Smith. So he's gonna gain like a. She's not gaining even on the straights now. Smith is in the range of her slipstream, so I'd say that's pretty much over for Evelyn Turgut here. Smith is not gonna get on that position. Try to make a move on her once and it didn't work, so I believe he's going to make a move now and it will work. I'm not favorising any drivers. This is just what I think. Forster is also very close to Smith. It's not going to get out into the top. Forster upgrades now. Actually, powerful upgrades as well. So you'll have to see it when the team that was quite down at the beginning of the season there. They're getting back into where they should be. Yes, Murray Haskell is up in to Cargill, but not quite enough. Kabusek here in P7, and we have Zage, Johnson, then we have the Sturman in P10 still holding on to that position, but he has two angry HRTs, and there's one of those angry HRTs, and that's Jean LeBlanc up into P10 as this material trying to force himself onto the Sturman. Didn't quite work. There was a lot of contact with the Sturman now, loses so much pace because he was on the inside through this corner now, slowing down Jack Agnons. This is not good. This is not good at all. As Agnons all nearly contact there with the Sturman, losing so much pace. And there's Agnes in the P12, the Sturman dropping places left, right and centre. This is not good for the driver. It is not good at all. Seemingly the only action we're getting is at the top, where the pack is least spread. We go driver's eye with Sean Holster through the snail section. Because Shanghai and the snail section is something you enjoy when you do it quite, but you hate it when you fail at crossing it. That's why I always have mixed opinions on this turn. And then we have the sweepers, which are just, they aren't flat, which makes them a challenge, which is why they're disliked by some people, because people dislike challenges. As Mark is now being attacked by material, the never-ending Renault HRT battle. Quite surprising to see it, to be honest. HRT haven't upgraded for one round, they're back with the upgrades. As there's Atkins now back on the back of material. Will it be a move from pretty much best of the rest driver? Not really. Material center off the wrong materials in on one Johnson's still gonna get a penalty, but there's Atkins just passing Blanc very easily. Was that a team moment from who else? I have no clue, but it looked very easy for Agnes to make, as there's Lithium on the back of Murray, and Murray is on the back of Campbell. This is going to be an interesting fight for the lead. With if they make any mistake, then making it new 3-1. Lithium falls from Murray. The question is, will he be able to keep it? I don't think so. Campbell has the inside now. And he gets it. Lithium gets it. Campbell down to P3. Tugut tried to do anything but failed. I don't know how Smith can overtake Tugut. Yes, there's a move from Smith up at the P4. And the Red Bull driver is probably going to hunt down Carrigal, but it's not an easy job as Carrigal is on push mode. He is probably using map 21 to overtake Little now. Very close into the hairpin. This might be a very risky move, but it can pay off big time for Carrigal as well. So it's depending on him. Yep, he sends it. It would be a lock up or go wide. Yes, he goes wide. It didn't pay off. He goes nearly right in front of James Smith. And Littlegrim gets into P2, Carrigal dropping down once again into P3. Jesus, my larynx is not enjoying that. But I'm alone in here, but oh well. What do you know? Kabusek at the moment with the fastest lap. One of the Ferraris that is in the points. As Carrigal, I looked off screen. Carrigal makes a move on Littlegrim, and Smith also tries to follow him through. The Red Bull teammates now, it is more sensible for Smith to go through Littlegrim, as he's the championship contender and Murray at the moment is leading the race, which is not beneficial for him at all. But at the same time, Littlegrim's championship is also relevant, so this is one hell of a ride for Louis H, I assume. As the back seems to have calmed down. Oh, there is a nice battle there. Eugen, the Sturman, and Valiak. The Sturman has dropped a P. Oh, there's a wing. He hits into the back of Michael Valiak, and that's the Sturman, and he hits. From bad to worse goes the Force India races. There's a 3-wide moment as Jankowski momentarily joins the fight. He's still trying to make a move around the outside of Valiak. Jankowski's a mad man. He actually does it on the outside. Wow, that's a beautiful move from the Sauber driver. I love it. Oh no, that's Smith. Has Smith been flipped? Or maybe he went wide? No. Oh, they come together. The two Red Bulls come together. It finally happened. It had to happen. Littlegrim sends it, and oh dear. Both of them take each other out pretty much. No damage though, but oh dear. Smith again spins in that turn. Oh, Louis H is not happy now. I don't think he's happy at all at the moment. Well, we had our Red Bull 2010 Turkey moment, but no damage really, so it is up to the discussion if it should be classified as a Red Bull 2010 Turkey moment. I'm sorry, as my throat is seriously dying, it's not fun. Anyways, Littlegrim has already caught back up to Tugud and Caragor. He didn't lose too much time despite the contact with his teammate. And besides, when you're in a battle in MMS, you cannot pull away. Well, unless you're in tier 1, but you get the point. There's Kabusek on the outside of his teammate Holstein. The two Ferraris battling anyway here, and see Olivia Sage back on there, and Toro Rosso trying to make a move onto Holstein. There's a very risky move, nearly contact there, but the Toro Rosso makes it up into P7. Holstein down to 8th. I have Agnes, Material, Blanc, Johnson. It's spread out. The field is very spread out. There's the Sturman with no wing putting in this lap. Huge lockup as well. Ahrens has now overtaken Decker Skinner. No, he hasn't. Skinner uses the better line here. And now Kautokeino is probably going to make a move onto the Estonian driver. No. Meanwhile, in the top pack, Littlegrim has gone through Tugud. It's really an up and down race for everyone. There's Tugud, probably going to be a move. Yep, pulls out late into the final corner hairpin, and it worked out for her. Good job. Meanwhile, Tommaso is about to be lapped if you look on the mini-map. You know, Aston Martin not a good car, but he might be quite an interesting thing. And there's Littlegrim down inside of Tugud, side by side, and Littlegrim gets it with a little lock up though. He might have a flat spot on that tyre. Tugud tries to send him wide, but Littlegrim has the better line, more traction, and Tugud is down to P4. Now Smith has caught up rapidly. It was 2.1 seconds last lap, and now it's just 7/10. Smith is wrapping around here. This is amazing from Luxembourgish driver. As now Tugud's very close to Littlegrim, very close to making a move. It might be a radical one, and it might not pay off. From the hairpin, Tugud is losing time to Littlegrim. The slipstream isn't even helping him. This is so bizarre. As someone is into bits. Oh yeah, that's. I forgot that Sturman lost the wing. As Tugud still relatively close. Smith now closed up as just 3.4 tenths of a second to Evelyn Tugud. A championship leader in theory is going for P3 as there is Tommaso right ahead of Murray. Now the question is, will Tommaso be a good boy and let the leader through, or will we see some complications with the blue flags? Here he is. He's not letting him through. He's not letting him through. Maybe into the corner, but it's not really beneficial, is it? It would be more beneficial to let him through. No, there's Tommaso letting leader through, and there's Caragor. He lost some time to Murray, but that Aston Martin might have helped him catch up. Not really, he's losing through the corner, so Caragor not really catching up to Murray despite the little blue flag infringement there. As the battles have come down here, but it is in form in the land of back markers and De Jong. And Aaron's isn't. Zalba isn't the back marker, but whatever. Aaron sends another Mondragon, slows the back down a bit, bunches it up, but he is able to pull away slightly ahead of the Lotus Lopes. Not a good car, but they are still quite up there, being only 1 SP ahead of Aston Martin. As there we go, the dash cut against Sims of Andrew Mondragon, the man who, after driving just 1 race in MMS, wins it in Canada. He's overtaken by the more experienced Nash again, who has got a contract extension for next season. So I'm very happy to see the Indian driver back on the grid, but there's Mondragon sends it back onto him. And the best thing is, or the worst thing is, depending on who you are, De Jong isn't able to pass both of them. Absolute calamities for De Jong with this race. From having damaged engine cover to losing his wing, to not being able to overtake Audi Aston Martin. That's just, it's just ironic. There he is, he sends it, but he goes wide as expected, and he's back into pretty much last. Oh, and there's Marcus Littergrim. Did he lose it? He lost the wing. Marcus, what happened here? No way, don't tell me. Tommaso takes down the Red Bull driver. Tommaso is in the Red Bull Academy, and he hasn't done any good for them at the moment. Well, in theory he did. In theory he helped Smith to catch up to Toogood, and Smith has indeed passed Toogood, making him lose less points to Murray. It would be now only 10 points, 10-point gap to Murray for Smith, but still, it's not what you do, Tommaso. That might be penalty points for Maximiliano Tommaso after the race. Oh dear, this race is absolutely up and down for everyone. There is no clear victor. Victor in this race, other than Murray at the moment, who hasn't been involved in any incident. Kubusek tries to overtake laps Tommaso and runs wide. I don't know what it is. I think the elevation change coming into the hairpin makes the drivers make mistakes and go wide. They misjudge it so often. It might be an issue with the tires. Who knows? It's hard to judge. Kubusek on the outside laps Tommaso in style. That's beautiful. As Caragol now, lap by lap, he's closing down on Joseph Murray, as the fastest lap is from Sean Holston at the moment. Did it change on this lap? Yep, it did change. Marco Caragol with the fastest lap, but there's the pit window on lap 17 out of 26. Marco Caragol sends it, despite being in this lap. There's side by side, wheel to wheel nearly, and Caragol keeps it, but Murray isn't pitting. Smith is not pitting. Toogood is. So maybe some alternative strategies here, as I don't see many people pitting. It's only, at the moment, it's only Caragol and Toogood who are pitting, so maybe an undercut might want, but in previous races we've seen that the overcut is the way to go, so I don't know, it's either they're not learning the lesson, or they're trying to maybe think that in Malaysia it's different. I mean, it is a long circuit, so who knows? Sage Agnes is pitting, then we have Eugen who is also pitting material, and I think that's about it. Skinner and Aaron's. Yeah, I think that's about it. Long has also pitted. Has he lost his wing? Yeah, he must have lost his wing. It's either that I have bad memory. I might have bad memory, but I'm gonna rewind anyway, just to make sure. It just pardon me for that. That's just ignore it. Okay, that was too many laps ago, but I assume he just went into one of the lap cars. If I have shown it, I'm sorry. I do not have the best memory again. So Caragol coming into the pits, will be a good pit stop is the question, because oh, there's Murray, not wasting any time. I mean, Caragol is pitting anyway, so yeah, he didn't have to do it. I guess he just saved some tenths of a second. As this Caragol low on fuel, so he was really pushing it. Must have really been pushing it. There's Caragol into the pits. It'll be a good pit stop. I think he's already been dropped off the jacks. He's down to P5. And he's out, 9.8, so we have the long pit stops here. As there's Agnes pitting. So he actually did pit. I guess it didn't show up. He has his wing, doesn't he? Yeah, Agnes has his wing, so I might have just skipped him. I don't have the best memory. Oh, what on earth was that rejoin from Evelyn Too Good? Jesus Christ Almighty! Kibusek, Smith, and Murray all pitting. Smith is actually closing that. Oh, Murray went wide. Murray went wide. And that's horrible for him. This might actually cost him the lead in pit stops. This is not good for the championship and the race leader, Joseph Murray, at the moment. It's horrible. He went wide, obviously Smith not really closing up because he's also looking and closing just like Joseph himself, so they are really they're equalising the gap pretty much. But yeah, this might affect his pit stop. Oh, he's braking. Oh yeah, they're braking straight. It's that bad at the moment for them. There they go, turning into the pit lane. Smith now. Will it be a good pit stop, and will he be able to jump Joseph Murray? Unlikely, but you never know. He's right behind him. Let's see, dropped off the jank, so we can see there will be less fuel. Busek is in. Halstead is in. Oh dear, and it's wrong pit stop. Obviously, the Red Bull crew had to also fix some damages on the car of James Smith after being punted twice in this race. So yeah, there you go. There he goes, rejoins quite aggressively. I guess just the AI line in front of Shane McHugh. But look at this, the undercut has indeed worked for Mark Carrigal, but not for Evelyn Toogood. No, so Smith has jumped Toogood, but Carrigal has jumped both Murray and Smith. So that's good news, you know. Lithigram already into P7, so I think the pistol where he lost his wing might benefit him here, because he can. I think he was fueled more fuel, so he's able to push. Unless he does a Tegan Skinner from Bahrain and hits in the final lap, because he will be out of fuel. You never know. You never know. Lithigram now trying to chase down Kabusik and get past him as soon as possible. As Kautokean is in the pits and he's dropped. Oh dear God, he has dropped down the order quite massively. Yeah. Sorry if my commentary is a bit lackluster. I mean, the pace, the field is quite spread out, and well, being alone here isn't easy. But there we go. Eugen, Material, and Valyak. Oh, they go through what it is. Eugen's wing off. He also goes wide. There's some contact between Material and Valyak, and Material ultimately overtakes Valyak. No. Oh yes, now he gets it. But there's the wing of Eugen. I think he just pitted. So it's all going wrong for Williams. Horrible qualifying and even a worse race. As there's Blanc trying to overtake Jankowski. I believe he just lost his wing on one of the slower cars. There are some cars in the pits. That's Aaron's and Shane McHugh. They lost their wings on one of the early lap spot. I think Shane McHugh is actually going to benefit quite a lot from this, as he's very close to points in theory. So good job from McHugh for having a lot of pace today. He's been so far dominated by Olivier Zage in the second half of the season, but I do not disregard his talent because he still has a lot of it. As Murray has closed up to Carrigal, as Zittigram, sorry, that's Smith, nearly goes off the circuit, very close to doing so there, clinching the curve. As Murray is catching up to Carrigal, and it looks like it will be an interesting lap for the lead, as it always is in MMS. And we really need a glass of water. I guess I'm down to smile instance. There we go. Murray is now only 3 tenths behind Carrigal. He's in the selection. He's going to gain a lot here. I'm just looking at it on the back straight. He's gaining less than 2 tenths. He's going to make the move. Yes, he is into turn 1. And Murray has comfortably taken the lead. Carrigal isn't even side by side with him. I don't know what's wrong with Carrigal. He had a lot of pace. He had a huge gap. And now, look at it. It's already dropped below, over half a second. Now it's going down as Carrigal has the advantage of slipstream and braking later than he can, than he could when he was in the lead, because I don't know. Yeah, but the gap is going up, and Murray Murray seems like he's pulling away rapidly from Cargill, so it's either Cargill trying to save some fuel, maybe save the tires, and give Murray a false sense of security. Oh no! Oh no, that's Smith off again. He had a twitch going into this turn. Are the brakes getting overheated in here? Are brakes starting to overheat in Malaysia? That is such a bizarre thing to happen. Yeah, brakes are starting to literally melt on this circuit. As I realize I've been very quiet for the major part of the race, so is the game. Let me fix that for you. I hope it wasn't big of an issue for me to be so quiet. Most of you don't even listen to the commentary anyways. There we go. That should help it. Right. Too good. Not really catching up to Smith, despite him making that mistake. She's not really catching. She might get him on the back straight because of the slipstream effect, but that's all. Meanwhile, then the rest of the oh my god, the old De Jong is back. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Guess who's close to being fired from his team? You guessed it, it's De Jong. Oh, he tried to make a move around the outside, and he just rams into the back of Holstead. What happened to De Jong? He was having such a good season. Like he won twice in a row. That's not easy in MMS, right? And just I'm disappointed. Like I was a bit disappointed in the first half of the season, but then he redeemed himself. So I had a slight glimpse of hope, and now it's all gone for De Jong. Oh, and he's blocking McHugh as well. That's just oh, De Jong. I feel for Rijkorex at the moment, because he must be in some mental shambles at this stage. As Stugat has passed Smith, and Cargill has caught up to Murray. Murray, though, having a very good race, pretty much leading from the start as De Jong is dropping down the field, left, right, and centre. He's already down to 70. You love to see it. Well, you don't, but whatever. I mean, to be fair now, this is sad to see De Jong go this way. Because, you know, he could have probably get back into the championship fight with this pace, but it just didn't work, did it? It just completely didn't work for him at all. Because now, as time flies by, we're already on pretty much lap 23 as there's Cargill down inside of Murray. And he gets a position on. Great move from Cargill. Smith still on the back of Toogood, still composed behind the McLaren. Smith has shown that he is not really aggressive with his moves, but when he is, that means he's eager to get a position as soon as possible, and he is taking his time with here because I think you just seen that Cargill has everything in Murray, so if he saves some tires for the last laps, he might gain a bit of an advantage. 4 laps to go, and this race is just having a pretty much rebirth of itself, with quite a lot of racing. There's a Divisation being overtaken by Johnson, and there's Material right on the back of that. Right on the back of that, Toro Rosso's the leaders are battling again, and it's just so hard to focus on so many battles. As Smith now is on the back of Toogood, and Toogood has caught up to Cargill. So Murray has done a beautiful move. What have we missed? Oh, Cargill just locked up. No, that's not a beautiful move, but still a move nonetheless. Now my question is Toogood going to send it? No. Smith sends it. Doesn't push Toogood off the circuit, but doesn't make the move as well. So, despite the efforts, it didn't work for him. But Smith, though, nonetheless, still relatively close to Toogood, and he still can make the move on the McLaren driver. This is crucial for his championship, as I said multiple times this race. It's a tie. This is where the situation gets really hot, you know. And where every point counts, there's Toogood making a move on Cargill. Smith is going to follow Toogood through, use some of that RBR traction, and there we go, free wide down the main straight. Smith has overtaken Cargill. Will he overtake Toogood? He has the speed, he has the pace. The question is, does he have the cojones to make the move? He gets a bit closed off as Cargill makes the move, Too Good blocks both of them, and now Smith nearly wheel to wheel with Carrigal. Goes a bit wide, tries to shut down Carrigal. Doesn't quite do so. He lost so much time to Too Good. It's nearly 1 second. Is there going to be another McLaren 1-2 in this season as this? Carrigal down inside of Smith. He isn't playing around, but there's a bit of contact. Carrigal loses the traction, and it's already 7/10 of a gap between Smith and Carrigal. Oh dear, this race is really up and down. I've said it multiple times, but I'm just speaking the truth now. Smith, though, really already catching up to Evelyn Too Good. It's already 8/10. He isn't playing around in here. He doesn't care about fuel usage, he doesn't care about tyre wear, he is going for it. Absolutely pushing. Because then the rest of the grid, it's really spread out, there isn't much action. No, not really. The whole field very, very, very spread out. So the only action I can show you is the leaders. Here we go. Into the final corner, they all bunched up once again. Too Good, Smith and Carrigal. The battle for the lead continues as we are on lap 25 of 26. 2 laps to go, and Smith isn't playing around. He's already making a move before the turn even begins. There he goes, dives down the inside, closes the inside, and he has made the move. Carrigal not yet, but he's still following the tracks of Too Good very closely. Through the sweep of the dirty air might kick in, but I don't think it affected him too much. It's not a move from Carrigal just in through the sweeper, so you cannot really follow a car that close through, can you? Oh, is it an issue for Too Good? She went so slow, what happened there? Was that an issue for Evelyn Too Good? She couldn't maybe shift up, I don't know what was the issue, but it was very weird. Let's go on board with her. Let's go cockpit camera to see the dash. Yeah, look, the gearbox jammed. That's such a weird thing to happen. So now Too Good basically held up Carrigal and allowed Smith to chase down after her teammate. What is going on? Reliability is striking McLaren. It's unbelievable, and now Carrigal right on the back of the Mercedes-powered McLaren. Trying to impress Riker Rakes, but I mean, I think he's done far better than his teammate at the moment. Meanwhile, down the rest of the grid. Oh, Johnson has caught up to Halstead. Yeah, but again, Johnson might be awarded the penalty, so I think it's just for bragging rights, or maybe, you know, trying to pull the gap so he doesn't lose so many positions at the moment. As there we go, final lap of the race has begun. As there's a car in the pits, and I don't know what car that is, but it's a car in the pits, nonetheless. So here we go, Smith only 1.6 seconds gap to the leader, Too Good, and Carrigal also relatively close. And just the muzzle in the pits, yeah, that's unlucky, pitting pretty much on the final lap. I think they had nothing to do anyways, they had nothing to lose. Littergram, 8 seconds of a gap. This is all going down because 1.5, the gap isn't going down for Murray in case of Smith, so I think it's safe to say that indeed Murray has got the lead sealed, same with Too Good with P3. And Kubusek is stuck behind Tommaso. What a elevation, isn't it? But you know what, the battle isn't over. Halstead, Johnson and Material, they are still very fiercely battling for pretty much, well, it's important for their battle of constructors. Every single point counts, as Ferrari is still trying to overtake Renault. If they haven't overtaken them already, I haven't had an in-depth look at the standings. But I don't think any moves will be made here unless we have a kamikaze one coming from Material. No. Nobody goes wide, so I think it's safe to say that it is over. Coming through the final corner, there's Joseph Murray wins in Malaysia, getting the championship lead. But the championship lead isn't big as Smith finishes in second, and it's only 7 points. The championship fight is far from over. P3 is Too Good, P4 is Carrigal, P5 Marcus Littergram, despite losing the wing, finishing P5. Quite good. Kubusek collapsed to Barzo. Oh, and look at this, Johnson overtaking Agnes. Agnes has lost the position to Joe. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So Johnson trying to pull a gap, and we're going to have a photo finish. It's Material ahead of Halstead. But mind you, it's going to be probably a 5-second penalty for Johnson. So he probably will be in that P10. And we have Zage. Mackie, unlucky for those guys that they probably won't score points. Volniak, Jankowski, Ahrens, De Jong, Blanc, De Sturm, also an unlucky race for him. It could have been points possibly, or possibly it could have been points for him if it wasn't for his 1 pace loss and 2 his wing loss. Then we had Skinner, Mondragon, not really impressive race after the win, but I mean he's in the Lotus. Then we have Eugen, Kaltikan, and Tommaso, and that's it. The fastest lap went to James Smith, so that's some blistering pace from Smith on the final laps. Right, that's it. That was a very good race, and I'm very happy with how it went. You don't usually see those amazing performances all that often. Yeah, my driver of the day, well, it's hard to judge, but I guess James Smith. Punted twice, pretty much, and still managed to finish P2. That's remarkable. Say what you want, this is my man. Right, so that's it. Next time we will see each other in the madhouse called Suzuka. Suzuka has always delivered amazing races in MMS, so I'm very much looking forward to it. Right, with all that done, see you next time in Japan. Be sure to be safe on the roads, wear your seatbelt, don't drink and drive, just have fun, and remember to have your racing license when you're racing on the circuit. Bye bye.